Hello, Craig Yambor here. Here's my first presentation for ACTE 651. In this presentation, I'll talk about first myself, and then I'll tell you a little bit about what STEM education is. Okay, quickly for my professional background. First, I taught for about 5 years in VOTech and PE and some coaching. Later, I moved on to a career in information technology, and that was for about 20 years. And then just last year, I cycled back and decided to come back to teaching. I'm doing some substituting and still working part-time in IT. Right now as a substitute, I work in the Boyertown and Always school districts, as well as occasionally at the Berks and Career Technology Center. I'm primarily focused on working in 4th through 8th grade with math and science, and then I also like to do a little coaching and working with the Scouts on the side. Why STEM? Well, I did need to catch up on Act 48 credits because I left them unattended for quite a while. But I also wanted to pick a program that really enhanced my desired focus areas of math and science and was top goal to the field right now. So this program really seemed to fit. As for my personal life, I have a wife and 2 children, ages 13 and 14, who keep me very busy. I'm an avid runner, and I enjoy the outdoors in general, so biking, hiking, kayaking, camping. Finally, my family enjoys traveling, and we especially enjoy visiting the national parks. Also, I should mention my favorite reindeer is Blitzen. Regarding my STEM perspective, I start with my foundation focus area of science, and overlay math quite easily because I enjoy that subject as well. As you would imagine from my background, infusing technology is no concern. And since I served as a data architect, a systems architect, and a project manager for much of my technical career, the engineering perspective is very easily integrated for me as well. Regarding the importance of STEM literacy, the National Research Council report that we read calls for knowledge and understanding of scientific and mathematical concepts and processes required for personal decision-making, participation in civic and cultural affairs, and economic productivity. And really, can anyone avoid technology in today's world? If you need a compelling argument for STEM literacy, check out Tom Dubek's May 2012 TED Talk. I'm sure by the end of it you'll be convinced. Regarding STEM outcomes, let's go back to the National Research Council report, and they call for more students pursuing STEM degrees, more STEM-capable workforce, especially in both cases for women and minorities, and overall STEM literacy increased for the general population. When it comes to best criteria for STEM success, the committee looked at performance on standardized tests and different types of STEM schools, but neither yielded good solid results to work on. So the key was looking at STEM instructional and school practices. As far as attributes that make a STEM program successful, the report found they were ones that capitalized on students' early interests, identified and built on what students already knew, provided experiences that were engaging, and had content that sustained student interest. I like Rob Stevenson's quote in his video, where he says about programs he's done, they were so committed to this problem that even after school, they're still going home and grappling with it. Programs that want to be successful have to have a coherent set of standards, employ teachers with a high capacity to teach in their discipline, have a supportive system of assessment and accountability, allocate adequate time for instruction, and include equal access to high-quality STEM opportunities. So what's the school's role? Well, leadership must drive change. They got to recruit educators with greater professional capacity, develop parent and community ties to increase access to external resources, implement student-centered learning climate, and drive coherent curriculum with availability to needed resources. Regarding STEM in my classroom, as a substitute I am somewhat limited, but I can encourage my students to look beyond knowing content and instead to seek the how. Further, as I move forward, I hope to teach with a supportive growth learning focus and challenge the students with deeper experiences, stressing investigation, inquiry, and innovation. Finally, let's take a look at my goals for this course. First, I want to heighten my understanding of key drivers of success for STEM education, pointing me toward best practices for the growth of my students. Second, I want to develop a greater pool of STEM-aligned resources to call upon as I implement future lessons. Well, I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about me personally and my background, as well as hearing my perspective on our first lesson's content. I've included here and in the comments below some of my references.